Hello everyone, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am the Sipping Tea, and today I have a news and updates video for you starting this week, Tuesday the 11th of April 2023. Briefly however, before I get into that, I just wish to issue a huge thanks to my patrons NB Hollywood, Lucifer and Malfunction 501. Thank you all ever so much for your continued support. If you would also like to help support me and this YouTube channel, then please do find the link to my Patreon down in the description below. So, without any further delay, let's get into it. So of course we start this week with the big news, and that is that there is a brand new season with us. It is called Gladiators, so it is with us from today the 11th of April through until the 6th of June. There is quite a lot to know, of course, about this particular update, so I'll try and keep it relatively short and sweet with what's going on. So I will include a little graphic on the screen here which will help you sort of see what's going on regarding the season pass and some of the big points. But otherwise, it's business very much as usual. Of course, there are lots of rewards to be had throughout all 100 levels, but I will just focus on the tanks at this particular moment in time. So regardless as to what season you do, be it the free one all the way up to the ultimate one, you will earn at level 100 the British Tier 8 Bellerophon Centurion Mark 51 RAAC medium tank. So that is actually one of the Monster Mash tanks for the Halloween event. It has sort of special abilities within that, so if you don't already have it, then that is actually a really fun tank to have, if nothing else, for that particular event. And it also has tremendously good turret armor, so yeah, that is one to get excited about. The following tanks are only available if you actually buy a season pass, be it the 2000 gold one or the 6000 gold one, but at level 25 you get the German Tier 5 Panzer Kampfwagen 4 Hydrostat medium tank. From there at level 75 you get the American Tier 8 M48A2 Patton medium tank. And then at level 100 you get the brand new Italian Tier 10 Centauro CC45T medium tank. And if you've bought the Ultimate Season Pass, you will of course at level 100 get the new 3D Hero Commander Liana, and also the Cold War AMX 30B2 4AD Era 2 medium tank. So yeah, some very good and exciting options just there. Hopefully those Tier 10 and Cold War tanks will be balanced. We can only hope, but well, yes, we've not really seen too much balance in recent tanks that have been given away. Unfortunately, I'm looking at the Weasel and the Avery, but there we go. Keep in mind that of course the season doesn't strictly end once you've reached level 100, because of course if you complete up to an additional 24 levels you will unlock all of the additional bonuses for Commander XP, Tank XP and Silver, so you get an extra 25% bonus to all of those. From there we have the Gladiators Starter Pack DLC. That is a completely free DLC for you to claim, usually within the bundle section in the store tab. If you go ahead and get that for yourself, again completely free, it will give you 3 days of premium account time and 5 lots of ×2 silver boosters, ×3 vehicle XP boosters and ×4 commander XP boosters. Moving on from there, we have various update notes. Now, just like with every season where they do update notes, which I think I've referred to in the past as patch notes, this is going to be quite a detailed one yet again, but I will just cover some of the basics on it. So we've got a returning map, Serene Coast. That will be available to World War II and Cold War. World War II will see it from tiers 3 to 10, and Cold War will see it through all eras. The map size is 1000 squares by 1000 squares, so it's of a reasonable size, I would say, quite good. And the camouflage environment is summer, so yeah, you will see your summer camouflage on your tanks that have that particular camouflage. From there we have a redesigned in-game store, which you will see of course from today looking at the season passes. It looks very much more like a tile system is what I would say, maybe more like a postcard perhaps. A little bit more emphasis on graphical design, I think perhaps is the best way to summarise that. Relatively inconsequential, I would say. It still seems quite straightforward and clear, so yeah, just a little bit of a refresh, a new look for that. Thinking of new looks, there is also a complete change to the in-game or in-battle map option, where you see the teams, the player list, as well as the big map. It's sort of a throwback to how it used to be, a major improvement in my opinion, and I think a fair few others as well. Basically, as you'll see from the little graphic on the screen right here, you've got the map in the middle, and then on the left and right of the map you've got the player list, as well as what tank they're in and any kills they may have. From there, it seems to be more or less just relatively small changes. We've got lots of other issues that have been addressed, all relatively minor quality of life improvements, so there's quite a bit to go through there. So instead of listing them all off, I will just provide a link down in the description box below where you can get a much more detailed view of this update. Tanks have been changed as well, all relatively small amounts, mostly graphical errors like being able to see the gun barrel when looking down sights in sort of sniper view as they call it. That's been addressed. One of the biggest changes is that while they don't go into any sort of detail here, they do say that the Weasel in Era 3 of Cold War has had various camouflage issues addressed. So that could be interesting to see if the Weasel is now not quite as stealthy as it once was, assuming that's what that means, of course. Like I say, they don't go into any further detail. From there we have a brand new contract. It is the Spyglass, with us from today the 11th of April through until the 9th of May. It is a mercenary tier 6 light tank. From there we move on to challenges and events. So this is called Commander's Experience, lasting until the 18th of April. Basically this is where the very simple requirement is play a battle and you get a reward of an additional 1.5 times Commander XP. Available to all tiers in World War II and all eras in Cold War, multiplayer and co-op, and available to be done 5 times per day, which is not too bad at all. From there we have Leading the Charge. So from today through until the 18th of April, very similar to the previous challenge that I just mentioned. Basically what you have to do here is place among the top 5 XP earners on your team in a winning battle, and you will receive 1.25 times silver bonus. Once again, it's available to all tiers in World War II, all eras in Cold War, multiplayer and co-op, and available 5 times per day. Finally, we have Tank Connoisseur. So win 1 battle and receive 1.5 times vehicle XP. Again, it's available World War II for all tiers, Cold War for all eras, multiplayer and co-op, but it is only available once per tank per day. From there we have special sales. So this is new camo sets that are available through until the 9th of May from today. Basically, as I'll show you on the screen just here, there's 3 rather brightly coloured camouflage options for you here. Yes, very sort of bright and snazzy. You can buy them in various different bundles as well, where you can get a 25% saving off them. Once again, you can see that on the screen just here. But bright green and magenta, 4 of those will cost 750 gold. Likewise, 4 lots of 1 NATO 02 will cost you the same amount, 750 gold, and then the other option as well, 1 NATO 00, will also cost 750 gold for 4 of those. From there we have the April Tank of the Month DLC, the AMX Chaffee. So this is that option where you get to spend if you so desire, $9.99 American or your native currency equivalent on this bundle right here, which gives you of course the French tier 7 AMX Chaffee light tank, 850 gold, 3 days of premium account time and 10 lots of 1.5 times silver boosters. From there we move on to weekly sales. So from today through until the 18th of April we have the weekly deals where basically for just 870 gold you will get 20 lots of 1.5 times silver boosters, or the other option is for 3,980 gold you get the Swedish tier 8 Draugen Lansen C medium tank. Moving on from there we have super savings, formerly known as personal offers. Basically the way this works is that once you've earned 8,000, 20,000 or 40,000 or more XP in any number of games, you will unlock a 50% discount on the following vehicles respectively. We start with the Soviet tier 5 Su-85I tank destroyer, the French tier 8 Panhard EBR 75 MLE 1954 light tank, and finally the Swedish tier 9 STRV-K heavy tank. From there we move on to contract reminders. So there's only 3 reminders here this time around. Of course keep in mind that after the date that I'm about to mention you will have an additional week where you can spend gold to buy out the remainder of the contract if you haven't otherwise been able to earn it for free. So we start with the Jammer, which ends on May the 8th, the Legion 59 Pattern, which ends on May the 15th, and finally the Machine, which ends on the 3rd of July. A reminder as well about the Resolutions event, which is that year-long event that Wargaming have set up. We are into a new month. You should now be able to have new rewards. I've already claimed mine. So once again check out the link down in the description box below, or just simply Google World of Tanks console Resolutions with an S on the end and you will be able to go to where you need to go. That does bring an end to the news this week. Thank you for sticking with me. It has been a longer sort of episode, if you will, this time around, due to the fact that of course there's been an absolute wealth of information to get through because of the new season and of course the update notes as well. Once again I want to thank my patrons ever so much for their continued support, and I'd also urge you as well, if you haven't already subscribed to my channel then please do hit that subscribe button. It's completely free. You can also adjust the notifications as well, so you either do or don't get notified when a video goes live. And indeed if you're not already signed up to my Patreon, and if you're in a position where you can, then please do find the link below in the description and, well, donate whatever you wish of course, but my sort of advice is to go for roughly the cost of the equivalent of a cup of coffee every month, so around about $5. If you can, then that would be hugely appreciated. It really does help me out massively. So thank you all ever so much for watching, and I'll catch you next time.